Hey guys, welcome back to Nerd Science and welcome back to another video on the channel. And this video is actually going to be coming out. This video is actually out on the 12th, the 11th, like the 11th of June 2016, which is actually the day and it will be at night time actually, the day that the Future Trunks arc will premiere on the western side of the world, and it will premiere on the 12th on the eastern side of the world, which is Japan, on that side of the world. So it'll be a day ahead, but we'll get it on the 11th. They'll be getting it on the 12th. So let's go. So this is basically like a sort of update for episode 47, and it's actually something interesting that I found yesterday on kanzenshu.com. Don't forget to check out Kanzenshu because you get some interesting updates and some really interesting information on Kanzenshu because they got some really interesting stuff. So it's basically an update for episode 47, like some of the stuff we get in the episode 47 and in the Future Trunks arc. And the main thing I want to read is like what's in the last paragraph, the last phrase that it says. But I'll just go through every single thing first, try to get an analysis out of it, and then when I get to the last part, this will be the interesting part. So let's just start it off. To commemorate the start of the new chapter, here is an interview with its key figure, Takashi Kusao-san, the voice of Trunks. Now, forgive me if I'm pronouncing the names incorrectly. The Japanese names kind of give me a little bit of trouble because, well, I'm not used to pronouncing them. So let's just move on. So if you hear any like clicking or tapping, that's because I'm scrolling down. But all you guys will be seeing is what I'm going to be seeing, the text on screen and photos and stuff like that. So let's go. While recording a bolt out of the blue. So this is basically like what the first thing we'll be talking about is. Okay. I first heard about the new chapter during break time while recording for Dragon Ball Super. The producer suddenly told me that the next story would feature Future Trunks. It was so sudden that it left me speechless and laughs. Okay. Up until that point, I had voiced Future Trunks in games and things like that, but never for 1 millisecond did I ever imagine I'd get to play him again in a new chapter of the TV series. It was a real bolt out of the blue. So you can see that he didn't actually expect to be playing Trunks in Dragon Ball Super until the producer and the script writers and the creatorium actually thought of that and brought him in there. And I think this was actually last year or so, like it was either extremely late last year or sometime early this year that they actually decided to do this. So as the end of break time junior, the producer kept telling me one amazing piece of news after the other. I was surprised and happy, but at the same time, I kept thinking, it's about time for me to get back to recording. I can't begin to predict what sort of story this new chapter will be, so I'm looking forward to reading each new script. Okay, so let's move on to the second. Okay, yeah. So second part right there, second bit of information. So from actually the guy who voices Future Trunks. So this is like a head-on stuff. So he actually knows a good bit about exactly what we can expect. So let's go. In my mind, Future Trunks is a tragic kid. I see Trunks as a kid who feels sorry for. In the future, Trunks' friends are all killed and he goes to the past because he wants to change the world. But when they first meet, his dad isn't nice to him at all, saying, "Hey, what's your deal?" and stuff like that. Then he fights together with Goku and the gang and finally defeats his arch enemy, Cell, in the future. So you assume that the world of the future is going to be peaceful now. But in this new chapter, the cities in the future are still a wreck. It's enough to make you go, "What? Again?" And then he laughs. Okay. This new chapter starts with an episode that doesn't give Trunks much opportunity to smile. Taking a step back and looking at you really do feel that he is a tragic kid. But Dragon Ball Super isn't the kind of series that lets you get too depressed. So one thing I'm looking forward to is seeing where Trunks finds hope going forward. So this actually shows that there will definitely be, as we always expected, a lot of like sadness in the first episode given Trunks' situation. The future is still in a wreck, everything is still messed up, but actually points out that given how Dragon Ball Super is going, you wouldn't be seeing too much dark moments because Dragon Ball Super is in a series that focuses on the dark moments. They like to give you something to lighten up every single episode. Okay, so let's move on to the next portion of information we get right here. Trunks is a faithful character. Thinking back on it, Trunks is a faithful character for me. Trunks first appeared midway through Dragon Ball Z, the show's Dragon Ball and... Trunks first appeared midway through Dragon Ball Z. The show's Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, the predecessors of Dragon Ball Super, were created by more experienced voice actors than me through family-like teamwork. When Trunks first appeared in the series, he immediately sliced up Frieza, the mightiest villain at the time. So in the story itself, characters were wondering if this kid was a friend or foe, while at the same time in the recording studio, I was just a rookie voice actor. That kid over there is Kusao-kun. I think that's his name, yeah. That kid over there is Kusao-kun. That's how it was when I first started. So in an odd way, me and my character were in very similar positions. At the time, Ryo, I'm not pronouncing that, had hardly ever played any father roles, and it was really tough for me to call him father. And Hiromi-san, the voice of Bulma, the mother, which matched Trunks' feeling finding it difficult to call his young parents father and mother. With a series with as long of a history as this one, as you worry about how to get along with everyone and carve out your own niche, I think you grow along with your character. Trunks really is a faithful character. So we get a pretty interesting view of what the voice actor of Trunks feels about Trunks and how he sort of related to Trunks when he first started off. He started off as sort of a team, like not that deep into Trunks, as people actually got used to hearing about Trunks and seeing Trunks in Dragon Ball Super. In Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so let's go. The next portion. Performing as two new Trunks. And so for this new chapter, I'll be playing both future Trunks and present Trunks. The Saiyans stay young for a long time, so for future Trunks, I was directed to play him as still youthful and not much different than before. But this world's looking even more grimmer than the last time. So while he's still youthful, you might say that he seems a bit emotionally drained. I wanted to play him a lot pricklier. Yeah, that's the word. On the other hand, Kid Trunks is a spirited kid who grew up spoiled. I wonder how a kid like that would feel meeting his future self. That's an interesting question. That's a pretty interesting question. That's not something you normally could imagine or experience, right? That's why in his own childish way, Kid Trunks is a bit guarded, feeling worried and even competitive. I think this agitation distances him from future Trunks. Also, since Kid Trunks is still just a boy, I thought it'd be good to also portray him as growing up bit by bit. Well, I guess I've given the game away. Laughs. Okay, interesting. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the last portion which I really wanted to talk about, and one that pertains mostly to episode 47, which we'll be getting today. So let's go. Watch out for the last shot of the new chapter's first episode. So this is pretty interesting. So the main visual for the new chapter shows Trunks, Mai, and the mysterious Goku Black. Mai is an ally who fights alongside Trunks, but it is still not clear why they're together. And then Goku Black. Masako Nozawa-san is voicing him, naturally. While I don't think that Nozawa-san knows it yet, you can feel it in your bones just how evil Black is. It's incredible. From your very first look at him, he's just bad to the bone. I'll only say one thing about the end of the new chapter's first episode, but this should say it all. It's enough to make you go, there's no way you can win. There's no way they can win. So it shows that this first episode really touches on like almost everything we'll be seeing throughout the future Trunks arc, basically. Because if you think that there's no way they, at the level they are, can win, it shows you that this new character is strong. Trunks appears, plus the world of the future 2, and Goku Black is scary. Episode 1 is just chock full of highlights. I bet the 30 minutes will just fly by. back when I was a kid and we didn't even have home videos, watching anime on TV made us go, what will happen next week? I think people will feel a similar sense of excitement from this. Also for kids who simply know the story and have played the video games but weren't around when Trunks played a big role in the TV series, this should show them the character appeal. I think it will be that type of series. And at the bottom it asks, looking forward to seeing a serious Trunks, whatever, okay. But this little bit right there, this last portion gives off a lot of information. It doesn't actually give off the plot details, but it gives us this essence of what we can expect in episode 47. So expect a serious episode, expect an episode where Trunks is like just hanging off, trying to hang on, trying to get away. So expect a serious episode, and this comes from a guy who voices Trunks himself. So we can say this is gonna be a pretty interesting episode. So guys, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll also leave a link to this page on Kanzenshu below, but if you just go to the Kanzenshu homepage, actually kanzenshu.com. Let's go to the homepage right now. You'll be able to find that at the top of the page. But if it's like there's actually new information coming out today or anything like that, I'll still put the direct link in the description below. I'm going to put it out anyway in the description below. So guys, I want to hear your thoughts on what you just read, what we just read, what I just went through. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you expect for episode 47? So once again guys, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next video. And expect another 20 amazing facts video coming pretty soon on the channel. I know it's been like 2 weeks since I made one, but I'm working on it. It's going to come out pretty soon. So stay tuned for that.